Now we're at the neatening stages of the mitten, and we've got a couple of little holes that we need to deal with. And I'm probably going to do this in a couple of steps. So where my line came up here and deviated off into the thumb, I'm going to sort of do a fake fix on that. And I'm going to come up into the side of this stitch. So I'm leaving a tail tucked between the layers here, and I'll leave it sticking out. And I'm going to do a single stitch duplicate stitch. So I'm going around the base of that yellow one, and I'll sew it back into this green stitch here. And it gives the illusion that that line continues, and it strengthens over the whole area. Now I'm not going to darn those tails in just yet, because I might want to do something else with them. This tail was where I started the yarn for the thumb. So I'm going to sneak it behind what we've just done and go in between the layers until I find a green stitch that I can duplicate. So I've taken it across the area where that weakness in the hole was, and I'm going to duplicate stitch that corner stitch just there. And I might just go on the diagonal and do the next one down. It's not the one that's directly connected to that stitch, but we're just hiding and securing this yarn tail. And then I'm just taking that between the layers for as far as I can. And if I'm happy with it, I'll clip that tail and pull it back inside. So we've made considerable progress on that hole. Now we'll take a look at the other side. This, I think, is just a tail left over from a colour join, but I'm going to just leave it there for now. Now, I also made a mistake on the thumb, and I could very easily quickly duplicate the missing stitches on either side, so I'll do that now. So I've taken a fresh piece of green yarn, and I'm coming up between the layers. I'm going to duplicate this stitch, then go behind to the next green stitch, or the missing green stitch, duplicate here, and these have no structural use whatsoever, so all I have to do is take my tail between the layers and hide it. And there's the fixed up motif, and I'll probably do the same on the other side. I've neatened the tails on the thumb darn, and I'm going to now finish off this. So I'm going to take it across one column. I'll do a duplicate stitch here, and then I'm going to hide it somewhere up inside that column. I usually take yarns a fair distance inside double knitting because I don't want to see them again, and when I trim them I give them a little pull so that the tail pops inside, and I think I might as well get rid of this whilst I'm at it. And if I take it underneath and across to over here, again it will help support that area of stress in the mitten. I'm now going to do a very similar exercise on this side. I'm going to go around the thumb top, of course it's going the other way, one more time, and then hide that tail. I'm going to do the same thing about connecting the line and then taking this tail over to the left. I'm going to check any other areas, and I might well come back and do a similar fake duplicate stitch across that line to unite it. So I'll get a piece of appropriate coloured yarn and do a single stitch graft there. when I'm making an experimental sort of stitching, I don't start by fastening the tails, because if I don't like it, I can take it straight out again without any problem. So I'm just going to go up here, back into this stitch. Maybe I'll go up here, we'll see what it looks like. No, I'm not too keen on that. So I'm going to take that second side out. I really want to take it back. So I'm going to sort of sneak it around itself. So it has got a little twist in it, but I don't think anyone will know when we're finished. That's quite good enough. I don't think anyone's going to stop you whilst you're snow shoveling and say, I think there's a bit of a wobble in that line. So now I'm happy with the overall appearance, and I can secure and bury my ends. So this is the last stage of the mitten now. This mitten, I think, will be happier with the yellow side inside. They do generally have a preference. And I'm about to start writing the pattern. I can't really get my head round writing the pattern until I've got well on in the project. Sometimes I can actually work the pattern or write the pattern as I go, but this one I kind of wanted to see how it went before I started writing. So that's my next project. So once the pattern is complete, I'll put it up for sale on my own website, which is lucyneatby.com, and also on Ravelry, and you can find me there. Thanks very much for watching. This is the end of the Adventure Mitten series.